Hello, dear Gemini. I am Jamie Dawn, your revolutionary astrologer, bringing you your October 2021 horoscope. We have Mercury, your ruler, retrograding through the sign of Libra for the entire month of October. And I say that only because it does station direct on the 18th of October, but doesn't move out of shadow until November. So your fifth house is all lit up with the Libra energy, and we have a new moon in this fifth house. We have, of course, Mercury is retrograding through that fifth house, and we've also got Mars in this fifth house. So you are really going to be focusing on what gives you pleasure, what allows you to just have some fun and express your creativity, and also, I would say, love affairs and sex. This is more like casual dating, what you find to be exciting and fun in your relationships. And with all this Libra energy, you're really going to be focused on the interaction that you have, the collaboration that you have, who you attract in that allows you to have some fun. This is not about taking life too seriously, which is something I know you love and enjoy. It also makes a beautiful trine to your sun, moon, or rising sign. So it's going to give you this extra airy kind of energy, even with Mercury retrograding in Libra. And the thing that I actually like with Mercury retrograde in Libra is that it lets us revisit our relationships, that we get to renegotiate maybe some things that we had agreed to that we didn't really we weren't really clear before, maybe we weren't really wanting, and we didn't have all the information. And now some new information may come to light because you're having these multiple conversations. You're allowing yourself maybe to go deeper into yourself and say, what's the relationship that I have for me? And how do I express that in a fun, positive, pleasurable kind of way? And I would even say that around this new moon time, Mercury retrograding through this fifth house and Mars and the sun canoodling, there could be a declaration of some sort with those of you who are in a casual relationship. It could go either way. It could be, hey, I'm not feeling it and time to move on, and you have a few choices, or you make that exclusive declaration of, I really like you, I'm having a lot of fun, and I want it just to be you. It may also be that some other truth comes out that makes you go, huh, wasn't seeing that one, but I'm glad I've got this information now. Some of you Geminis are dealing with a legal issue in a relationship. It could be divorce, could be separation. It could be that there's an inheritance that still needs to be settled, something along the lines of a legal issue that can finally come to a head, a conclusion here, and it will give you the opportunity to feel free to express, free to be more creative, and allow you to be able to really step into the best version of yourself. The other thing I like about this month for you is it will be extremely social. I would imagine that a lot of your friends are coming out of the woodwork. You have opportunities to connect with them. And when Venus moves into Sagittarius on the 7th, just after the new moon in Libra, then it's going to make a sextile to your fifth house. So Venus is going to move into your seventh house of relationships and partnerships. This is another indication to me that you will most likely have something that you settle when it comes to a relationship dynamic, whatever that is. Whether it's, hey, I want just this, or I'm having so much fun, let's keep going, or this just isn't working for me, I feel restricted, I need more freedom, so I'm out of here. It could go either way. And I know it's a new moon time, which is not usually the time to take action, but it is going to be canoodling with Mars. And so it's telling me that there's going to be this intensity and this passion that you're going to have fuel to your words, to whatever it is that you're expressing, and allow you to really, like I say, have some truth. And it may be you speaking your truth. The other thing that I would offer is that spending could go up for you because you're having all these wonderful dates. And maybe if you are having your dates paid for, you may decide, hey, I want to plan a little trip with this person and see what it's like, spend some extra time with them. And that costs money too. And you know, partner together to figure out, okay, what percentage of this trip are we going to pay for in each individual? This is also a great time for single Geminis to meet people and to just date. Don't take anything too seriously, especially because Mercury's retrograde. It's not a great time to start a relationship, but it's a great time to play, have fun, get to know people, and enjoy the pleasures of dating. The other thing, if you are a coupled Gemini, then what you'll find is this lightness that comes back into the relationship. If it felt like it was a little too heavy, maybe your partner was putting pressure on you to make a decision about something, or that they wanted something and they couldn't have it. But now it's like, let's just have some fun. Let's lighten up and just enjoy life. And as I mentioned, Sun and Mars canoodling just after this new moon. And the other thing I want to mention is Pluto will go direct at this new moon as well. Pluto has been retrograding in Capricorn. And so it's also going to give you this extra oomph of power that you can feel inside of yourself to be able to get some things done. Very complementary with Sun Mars conjunction here, because it gives this extra boost of energy and vitality. Now we do have to watch out, because with Mars and the Sun in Libra canoodling, our words can become damaging, or we may even look at relationships and go in and sabotage ones that we don't really want to sabotage, but it's like our mouth just runs away with us, or the way we express ourselves is like, yeah, I just am who I am, I don't care. And yeah, a partnership or a relationship could go, that doesn't feel good to me. However, I would like to stick with more positive energy here and say that there could be some sort of resolution. I see some celebration here for you. I also feel as though some of you will be part of a party of some sort, some big celebration that allows you to just feel like you're part of something fun and your friends are there and the people that you really like. Now, there is one other thing that is going to be building throughout this month, and I'll point to it with the full moon in Aries, but I would imagine that this month of October, you're also, as you're revisiting relationships and what gives you pleasure, how you can free yourself from being so heavy. It may even be toxic relationships, even friendships. And I know you value those, Gemini, but there may be one or two friendships that just got wonky and they turned into something maybe they're not, and you have to set it straight. It may also be, with Saturn going direct October 11th in your 9th house, that you've decided, you know what? I need to be able to expand my horizons, really broaden my philosophy on life, and I'm ready now, because Saturn has been sitting here, not making you, but giving you a sense of discipline, internal discipline, maybe restriction, holding yourself back from getting some things done that needed to be spread. Like the good news needs to be spread. What is the good news? Whatever it is that you have been working on, because now the fruits of your labor will start to be produced and seen over time. It is harvest season as well. It's a perfect timing for you to be able to receive those higher learning, maybe some information that comes in, or an experience, an adventure that you have that opens you up to be able to share more with others, to be able to have more value when it comes to your connections and what gives you great pleasure. You may find pleasure here with Saturn going direct. You may find pleasure in writing, speaking, anything that publishing that allows you to be able to share your knowledge. Now, we also have, as I mentioned, Mercury stationing direct on October 18th. This is going to further activate your 5th. And your 9th house is going to be active too, because Mars will be sitting here in your 5th house, making a beautiful trine to Jupiter, and Jupiter goes direct when Mercury stations direct as well. So I would imagine that the information just flows. You may get some really good news. You may find opportunities abound when it comes to relationships, when it comes to love affairs, legal matters, any sort of projects, like writing projects and speaking projects that you've been trying to finalize and get together. I would also say that we'll talk relationship for a second. If you and a beloved have been wanting to expand your relationship experience, this is a great time where you may travel with them. You may decide to move in with them. There could be a lot of expansion here in your life. And I would say, too, that settlements and agreements, if you're working on anything in those means, can provide a beautiful outcome here. Now, let's talk about this Aries full moon, which is going to activate your 11th and 5th house. So this tells me that there could be some revelation that maybe you give to a friend that says, I want you more than just a friend, let's date. Or maybe you are dating somebody and saying, I just want to be friends now, it doesn't work for me. Or you could lift it into a commitment. Now, 5th and 11th house isn't so much of a commitment kind of house, but it does indicate here that you have, if you find great pleasure in the stability of commitment, which I know can be a little tricky for Gemini, especially with all this Libra energy. However, when you have a solid foundation under you, like a good group of friends, a good family, good home, financial abundance, I would say then you can commit to anybody and anything as long as you have the freedom within that commitment to continue to express yourself. And I also feel as though you're going to have at this full moon a lot of friends that want to help you out, that want to do something to give you pleasure as well. So let them spoil you, yet let them praise you and toot your horn for you if you can't do it yourself. I would also say that there could be some conflict going on here between the heart and the head. And that's a very normal human process during a full moon because we have this push and pull. And with it being Aries and Libra, you're most likely looking at what's that relationship that I ultimately want? What helps me feel like I'm the best version of myself? And then you come together. And I'll offer this, Gemini, you may also be looking at someone in particular, friend or dating person or partner, and saying, you know what, I can appreciate even the quote unquote shadow side of them. I can still like them, even if I don't like their behavior, as long as it's not abusive, of course. I would also say that at this full moon, many of you Geminis will be releasing something into a group. So maybe you tell your friends, hey, I am now settling down, or hey, I'm now releasing this course, or I'm releasing this book, and I really could use your help. And they'll just go, yay, I'm happy to help. Now we have the sun moving into Scorpio October 23rd, and that's going to activate your 6th house. This is telling me that your daily routines, your coworkers, the habits that you have formed, you're going to really go deep into looking at them and saying, do they support me? Do they have value? There's a real self-control here that happens. So even though the first part of October is probably very social, you may find yourself pulling in and getting more disciplined with checking off those tasks, getting some things done. So I say have fun the first part of October and then get really serious with your daily routines, with your daily task, if you're working on certain things that need to be done. Also, I would say that some of you will be looking at how you can intuitively work. So this is more of the working smart, not hard. And I would imagine that this is a time where you go into investigating, how can I create a routine in my life that gives me more energy or that gives me more time? There's also an indication as Mars moves into Scorpio, so further activating this 6th house, where information, secrets, something that was hidden can finally get pushed out, or it may be forced out of you, or it could be forced out of somebody else. And it also tells me that you need to pay attention to your health because Mars is forceful and energizing, and it also offers courage and motivation for what your daily routines are like and your health issues. And so you do want to have all your doctor's appointments, get things checked out, make sure you take extra caution or, create new habits that really give you energy and support you. I just sense with Mars moving into Scorpio, which it traditionally rules here in that 6th house, that you do need to deal with a health issue. Now, it may just be something like dental work. It could be something along the lines of just maybe a mole removed or whatever, but definitely get those checkups and make sure you have that. The other thing I would say is that Mars and the Sun in Scorpio in the 6th house can also give you an opportunity to take on a project or a work environment that gives you sort of ownership or possession of something important. And that is a great compliment for you, because whoever the higher ups are, they believe in you, Gemini. They believe that you can handle this. It may be that if you're partnered with somebody, that you are also supporting them, you're being the emotional rock for them, and you're the one that says, I'm right here, I'm going to create this routine for you so that I can be the best caregiver for you as that I can right now. Because I do sense, Gemini, that a couple of you may have to be caregivers for somebody that you care about. It could be a partner, but it also could be a loved one or a friend. All right, Gemini, I certainly hope that this helps. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, and find me at jamiedawn.com. Have a great month.